In this session, we will see one more example using the same absolute coordinates method. In the last session, I have shown you how to create the figure using absolute coordinate method, and in absolute coordinates method, we have seen that we should specify each and every point coordinates with respect to the start point. So start point is very important in case of absolute coordinates method. Now let us see the next figure. I will try to create this H, and already we know the dimensions of this particular H. So once again you can see this is 9 and the middle gap is 3. So the top and the bottom vertical lines are of 3 and 3. And if you take horizontal, it is 13, the middle gap is 5. So this will be 4 and 4. Now let me start from here and let me take the start point as 0, 0. And it is not compulsory to go with 0, 0 as a start point. But if you start from 0, 0, then it will be easy to specify the next point coordinates with respect to 0, 0. Now instead of 0, 0, if you are starting from 15, 20 or 10, 5, then the next point coordinate calculation will be somewhat difficult. So it is better to start with 0, 0. So let me go with here limits, because first we have to set the limits according to that figure. The lower left I am taking 0, 0, and the upper right corner, because the overall size of the figure is 13, let me take the upper right as 15, 15. Then we will go with zoom all, Z enter, A enter. Now let me start the figure. I am going to start from here. So I am going to line L enter. When it is asking the first point, I am taking 0, 0. This start point. Then if you take the second point coordinates, as I told, we have to calculate from the start point, and the start point is 0, 0. So this point coordinates will be 4, 0. So let me go with 4, 0, 4, 0. Then the third point coordinates I am going to specify again with respect to the start point. Start is 0, 0. So if you take this point coordinates, it will be 4, 3, because the horizontal is 4 and the vertical is 3. So this particular point coordinates will be 4, 3. So now let me take here the next point values as 4, 3. Then next here, this point coordinates you can calculate again from the same start point. So from here to this point, the horizontal distance will be 9, because this is 4 and the gap is 5. So total this will be 9 and y is 3. So the values will be 9, 3. We go with 9, 3. Then the next point coordinates, again if you take from the start point, it will be 9, 0, because there is no vertical movement, only we have the horizontal movement. So I am taking here as 9, 0. The next point coordinates, you can take it as 13, 0. So let me go 13, 0. Then this point coordinates, again if you calculate from the same start point, it will be 13, 9, because horizontal is 13 and vertical is 9. So I am specifying the values as 13, 9. Then let me take this point coordinates, it will be 9, 9, because both horizontal is 9 and vertical is 9. So I can take this point coordinates as 9, 9. Let me take 9, 9. Then this particular point coordinates from the same start point, it will be 9, 6. I can take this as 9 and this one is 6. Let me specify 9, 6 as the values. The next point, again I am calculating from the same start point. So the distance is 4, 6. It is 4, 6. Let me take the values as 4, 6. Then next point, you can take this point values as 4, 9. Now this is 4 and this is 9. So let me take here 4, 9 as the value. Then this point coordinates, again from the same start point, I am taking this as 0, 9, because there is no horizontal movement from there. We have only vertical movement, that is 9. So I am taking the values as 0, 9. Then I have to reach the same point and I have started from 0, 0. So let me take even the end as 0, 0. Then go with escape. So with this the figure is completed. So you have seen in this case I have given each and every point values with respect to the same start point. The start point is very important in absolute coordinates method, and it will be better always to start from 0, 0. And this is about the absolute method. Then next we'll go with relative Cartesian coordinates method. We have the next method, relative Cartesian coordinates method, and in case of relative Cartesian coordinates method, we are going to specify each and every point coordinates with respect to the point where we are standing exactly. So from the point where we are standing, from there we are going to specify the next point coordinates values. And in case of relative Cartesian coordinates method, it is not required to know the coordinates of the start point. You can start from anywhere, but still we can create the figure without any problem. Now I will show you the first figure as the example. Let me draw the first one. Already the limits have been set here as 15, 15. Let me go with L enter. And when it is asking the first point, you can start from anywhere. As I told, start point coordinates are not important. You can pick the start point anywhere on the screen. But still, with respect to the start point, even though we don't know the coordinates of the start point, we can specify the next point coordinates with respect to the start point by using a symbol called @. So here the syntax is @x, y. In the previous case, that is for the absolute coordinates method, we have used x, y, but here in relative method we will be using the syntax as @x, y. And whenever you use that symbol, the values will be calculated with respect to the point where you are standing. That will be taken as 0, 0. Then from there it is going to calculate the values which we are going to specify. For example, if I want to consider this point as 0, 0, and if I want to take the next point coordinates, then before specifying the next point coordinates, I should go with @. So specify the @ symbol, and if this is origin, then the next point coordinates, as we know, that will be 13, 0. So I am specifying @13, 0. As I told, I want to consider this one as origin. So if this is 0, 0, the next point is 13, 0. So go with @13, 0 and enter. Then now we are standing here and I want to specify the next point coordinates. So to make this next point coordinates, to specify that, you can consider again the point where you are standing. You can treat that one as origin with the help of @ symbol. Now if this is origin, then the next point coordinates will be 0, 8. If this we take as origin, then the next point coordinates will be 0, 8. So you can use @ 0, 8. Then the point where you are standing, that will be taken as 0, 0. From there it is going to calculate the 0, 8 values. Then coming to the next one, now I am standing here, and if I take this particular point as the origin, then the next point coordinates will be -13, 0. Because if this is origin, with respect to origin, we have to move in the negative of x, that is in the reverse direction of x. So you can take this particular point values as -13, 0. Let me go back to that, and here I am giving @ -13, 0. Now again we are standing right now, we are standing here, and if I take this one as the origin, then the next point coordinates will be 0, -8. Now there is no horizontal movement from here, we have only vertical movement, that is 8, and we are moving in the negative of y, so you can take this as -8. Let me specify as @ 0, -8. Now go with escape. So with this the figure is completed. So this is the main difference between absolute and relative Cartesian method. In absolute, each and every point coordinates we used to calculate from the start point, but in relative, the next point coordinates we are calculating from the point where we are standing. If I am standing here, with respect to this one, I will specify the next point values, or if I am standing here, then with respect to this, I am going to calculate the next point coordinates. So wherever you are standing, that we are going to treat as the origin, and then we are going to specify the next point coordinates values. Then one more example related with this relative method we will see in the next session.